welcome to the Grandmaster Troll show. Y'all know who it is. It is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Let me see if I can set my stuff up. For some reasons, the shit didn't want to work. Now we got no drop frames. We should be doing good. Welcome back. We gotta talk about something before I get into it. Welcome to the Reject Army. Shout out to the nif-nots, the dishwashers, the bedwetters, the single mothers out there whose water is running in their house and they don't need $100 loan to turn on that water for their kids to have running bath water. Shout out to the gorilla simps, the gorilla pimps, but most importantly, witness the power and the might that is the most dangerous troll on YouTube. How did we get here today? Before I do get into any of that, I want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas. I almost forgot. Yesterday was Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed your time with your family, got some gifts, bought some gifts, whatever it is you did. I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. We got Dion Davis in the building. Jim Jones, Reed Jones, hurry up and buy in the building. We gotta talk about the passport bros, because the passport bros are taking L's. You know, when I got my little situation with Creative Solutions, dudes were jumping in my face talking about GMT. If you had your passport, if you would have been a passport bro, if you would have been with us, you see GMT. This is why we passport bros. You need to come join the team and be a passport bro. Oh, I said I'm not being a passport bro, because I already know what this setup was. As tempting as these passport bros try to make it seem, you know, that they try to, tie you in, with the beaches, with the culture, the sightseeing, the tourism, the women, this, that, and the third. They make it sound real enticing. But one thing these passport bros don't do, which is why I will never ever be a passport bro. Passport bros do not protect other passport bros in their time of need. So there's been a couple of stories where a couple of passport bros are being scammed, robbed, and some are even getting torn out their frame. That's right, they're getting unalived and deleted. And every time a passport bro gets unalived and deleted, the passport bro community gets real quiet. They don't want to talk about how another American with a passport who's visiting the same country they're visiting, engaging in the same activities that they're engaging in, when they get torn out their frame and they end up on the news and their family is crying because they don't understand how their loved one lost their lives going overseas, passport bros get quiet. Passport bros don't speak out. Passport bros like Austin Hollerman, you can't find them when a passport bro gets deleted. And then one of their fellow Americans, one of their fellow passport bros does get deleted, does get robbed, does get scammed, torn out the frame, gotten. You will hear passport bros use this excuse. Well, you see, I know he got deleted, I know he got unalived, but you see, he not really a passport bro because he's not this right here. So he's really not a passport passport bro like that. You know, they always, well, you know, he's not really a part of the movement. You know, he's doing his own thing over there. But we gotta talk about, we gotta call out passport bro. Let's see, let me check out the chat. Who we got? We got Aeneas Moon says, I have an associate that went to Brazil with his friend and they both got drugged and robbed. See, this is the situation passport bros are in, you know. They really don't tell their family that they go into these different countries, you know. And if they do tell their families, you know, they always gotta tell these white lies, you know. These passport bros will tell their mama, you know, they'll tell their daddy, you know, they'll tell their sister, their brother, you know, I'm going on vacation, you know, or I'm doing something for work, you know, I'm going to visit this place. They don't tell their family who loves them so much that they're going overseas to chase some coochie because the women in this country, America, aren't good enough. Passport bros don't have the heart. That's right. They don't have the testicular fortitude to tell their family what they're doing. So we're going to reach out. We're going to look at a number of stories. This will be a 2 to 3 hour live stream because we got a lot of stuff to cover. Let's see, where do I want to start first? Let me drag this over so I can see it. And let me drag OBS icon over so I can go back and forth and keep up with my chat room right here. B Money says the third world got internet and smartphones. They hip to passport simp. And that's right. They know y'all dudes is fresh meat over in third world because you guys are fresh meat. But without further ado, let me see if I can pull up some of these stories real quick. And I could talk about some of the hurt that these passport bros are going through. Let's react to this news clip right here.
From Orange County is struggling with their grief and at the same time trying to find out how and why he was killed while on vacation in Colombia. His sister talked to our David Gonzalez, who is live in Orange with the story. David.
Giovanna, there's still a lot of unanswered questions as to what exactly led to Paul Nguyen's death while traveling in Colombia. His family right now says that they suspect foul play and they're determined to bring him home.
He was an amazing older brother. Like, he was just someone that I could always look up to. He was always the first person I would call if I needed something.
Amy Nguyen can't help but be proud of her older brother, Paul. She says the 27-year-old Cal State Fullerton graduate worked as a contractor and loved to travel.
Every time he was back home, he would always share like the most fun stories of his trip. He would bring back souvenirs. He would just tell us all the fun things he found, and I was just so happy he was traveling.
Amy says,
stop the show. You see what your passport bros do to your family. We got Mr. Marquis 912 says, I traveled for 3 years straight. It's amazing. Guys, the women are amazing. These dudes getting robbed are the same goofies who get robbed in Miami. Shout out to Mr. Marquis 912 for supporting the show. But here we are. Another American with a passport who loved to travel, going overseas, gets torn out their frame. And now you got your little sister on Channel 7 News trying to get some answers because the police, because you can't contact the police, you can't do nothing. So the only thing to bring attention to what happened to their family member who got torn out their frame is to go to Channel 7 News.
last week, Paul was traveling abroad for the first time, visiting Medellin, Colombia.
This was his first time. You see, Mr. Marquise, you've been out there for 3 straight years, but the first time he got his passport and went to a hot spot, Medellin, 27-year-old Cal State Fullerton graduate gets torn out the frame.
Allegedly met a girl on Tinder, a social media dating app.
He met a girl on Tinder. Stop the show. Stop the show. You Negroes are still meeting girls overseas on Tinder, but you swear up and down that the women in this country on Tinder are no good. As far as I know, all these passport bros who had all these problems with American women and their Tinder dating profiles and their Tinder dating experiences, they were able to live the tale about those Tinder experiences. He went overseas for the very first time, and the very first date he had on Tinder, your boy got torn out the frame.
Went on a date on Wednesday. She says her brother was last seen leaving a bar with that girl Thursday around 2 a.m. Amy says Paul's body was found later that morning.
They took all of his stuff and his belongings. We know all his cards were swiped after 4 a.m. We believe there was multiple people involved, and she was just there to lure him and set him up.
Amy says Colombian authorities suspect her brother was drugged and robbed. She says no arrests have been made in Paul's death.
It just felt so surreal when we found out. It was just very overwhelming trying to figure everything out. And it's hard that we can't see him back home. And we're working really hard to bring him back.
They can't even get the body. They can't even bring the body back home to America and have a proper funeral for their loved one. But you see the hurt. You see the hurt. The decisions you make to go overseas and chase some coochie. You see the hurt it puts on your baby sister, your mother, your father, your loved ones, all because you willing to die. You willing to die over some overseas foreign coochie. I mean, is it really worth putting your life on the line for this coochie right here?
Your heart just breaks for Amy and her family as they work to bring Paul home. But as I mentioned, right now they're just focused on exactly that, and they've set up a GoFundMe page to help bring him home, but also to help with funeral expenses. We've set up that link inside the story on our website at abc7.com.
Had to go to Channel 7 News to raise funds to bring your body back home and have a funeral, because instead of you getting your life insurance taken care of and saving your money and having a plan in case you got torn out the frame, we gotta go to your family with tears coming from their eyes, about to ball out and cry in front of the world to see on Channel 7 News, all because you in a hotel room chasing some pussy. I mean, passport bros. Is this real? Is this how you want to go out? But he ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. Let me see if I can play this clip right here, because he ain't the only one that got torn out the frame.
Tonight, the family of a Minnesota man desperate for answers after they say he was kidnapped and killed while visiting Colombia.
I'm out of words to describe it. I don't even know how I feel right now.
50-year-old Tujer Zhang, an artist and activist, had been traveling in South America when he called his brother asking for money while on a date Sunday night.
This time he was like, hey, do you have a couple of thousand? I was like, yeah, no problem. And when he wanted, he said, I want it now. I'm in this bit of a situation here. I go, oh, yeah, I can do that.
His family growing more fearful when Zhang stopped responding to texts.
woke up in the morning at 7 a.m. I text him back and say, hey, I thought you said you need money. You still want the money? Text me back if you still want the money. No answer.
According to a local prosecutor, Zhang was kidnapped during a date and killed when he could not make the payment. His body later found in a wooded area covered in stab wounds.
Stop the show. Passport bros. You out there on these dates with these women, you know, you always claim these women come up to you, these women flirt with you, you on a date with these women. Next thing you know, you getting kidnapped by the cartel. Cause that woman's down with the cartel. She got you lined up with the cartel. Now you gotta pick up your phone. You gotta pick up your phone, ladies and gentlemen. Call your brother talking about, hey man, you know, I'm on this date with this girl, you know. I'm in a bit of a situation. She done got me lined up with the Colombian cartel. Can you Venmo? Can you Cash App, PayPal, do Zelle? Can you send me $2,000, $3,000, $5,000? Now, I don't know about you. I don't know about you. If I got a call from my brother and my phone rang and he talking about he in Colombia and he on a date with a woman and that woman lined him up and got him kidnapped by the Colombian cartel and he was asking me for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. That nigga is in some trouble. That nigga in some trouble because I know I'm not getting my money back. But most importantly, whether if I give him or don't give him the money, they still gonna tear him out the frame. We got Mr. Marquis says same thing happens in the USA. Lil Wayne, Mona Lisa. Hey, I haven't heard of too many Negroes in this country getting kidnapped when they take a woman on a date to the Cheesecake Factory and they get lined up with the Colombian cartel and they call it their families because they need that ransom money. I haven't heard that story. I haven't heard that story, ladies, but it's right here. But the story in Colombia is right here.
His family still searching for answers about how this shocking crime unfolded.
I was confused. I to be honest with you, I don't know why, you know, what the motive is.
Zhang had visited Colombia in the past, posting photos and videos to social media as recently as October with an unidentified woman.
You see the... Oh, let me pull this back up. You see the coochie? Y'all ready to die over? I mean, this is what's getting y'all Negroes lined up. You 50 years old trying to go out with a bang. You know, you try to have a good night. We got Aaron says, gotta love passport bros, GMT. These guys leave the U.S. and go to countries to find leftover women that aren't wanted by men in their own culture. Shout out to Aaron. Let me see if I can mod him up, add him as a moderator for supporting the show. These are the cute faces that y'all willing to die over, and I guess she all right. No, she got the tight figure, you know, she in shape. No, she appears to be below 140 pounds, and you know, American woman, especially the B-dubs, y'all find that they weigh 200 pounds, so you going overseas to find you some of this right here, and this is what you end up getting.
A refugee from Laos, Zhang and his family moved to St. Paul when he was a child. In recent years, he became a well-known comedian and community activist. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar issuing a statement saying in part, quote, "This is a heartbreaking tragedy. Tujer was an incredible person who was constantly working to uplift his community.
He truly believes in equity work and fighting for the underprivileged. And many times I always tease him. I say, you know, you're not getting paid. Why are you doing it? But it's what motivates him.
A tragic loss made even more confounding by the mystery that still shrouds his final moments.
And he'll draw everybody in. That's the type of people he is.
Yeah, Ellison, so heartbreaking for this family trying to find answers from so far away. We do know that Senator Tina Smith from Minnesota is also working with the State Department to try to get the remains brought back home so they can have a funeral. Ellison?
Stephen Romo, thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Now your family on TV reaching out to senators, you know, trying to find ways to bring the your remains back home. You know, they probably gonna have to do another GoFundMe because it's gonna cost some money to get the body back home, then to have the proper funeral, all because you chasing that Colombian pussy. Oh, these passport bros told y'all to go to Colombia. So what we gonna do? Before we get to the brothers, there's one more quick story. No, it's gonna be a little long story we gotta talk about. Let me see if I could pull. We gotta look at your boy Dr. Travel's channel real quick. This is your boy Dr. Travels. He got drugged and robbed in Medellin, Colombia. Let's hear his story and react to his story. How did they get your boy? How did they get your boy Dr. Travel? He's supposed to be a doctor, got his PhD somewhere in Europe. So he ain't American, but you know, Western women, same thing in Europe, and what they do in America is the same thing. So now y'all want to go to Medellin, Colombia, where the hot woman is at, and this is his story right here. I'm gonna go ahead and let him tell it.
Hello my friends, it's Christmas time, and this time it's a kind of different video which I post because 3 days ago I arrived here in Colombia. It's the first time that I'm in South America.
The first time he went to South America, first time in Medellin, Colombia. We got Truth Only Says in Medellin now. I'm not a lame sucker though. I mean, people's getting hit in Colombia.
And I was a victim of a drug robbery. So the story was I was chatting with a local girl. She invited me to her apartment.
He said, "Oh, you went out that easy because these passport bros swear up and down that the women come up to you, they walk up to you, they talk to you, they throwing the pussy at you, and here he is, a fine, beautiful looking woman, I'm sure of it, who had the racks, the bodies, and all that and the good stuff, came up to him and invited him up to the apartment." Go ahead, tell us more.
The French, they wanted to cook a local dish, and I thought it would be a very nice opportunity to meet local people because I'm traveling solo. I didn't know anyone here.
Oh, you out there solo? Stop the show. A lot of you passport bros. I gotta call out the passport bro community. Why are y'all traveling solo dolo? Why ain't your homeboys with you? Why ain't your sister who cares so much about you that when you get torn out the frame, she gonna go to Channel 7 News and tell the world how much she misses you, how much you love, and we need to get your remains back home? Why don't you invite your sister to go to Colombia with you, your mama, your daddy? Oh, that's right. Cause you out there whore mongering, you out there dibbling dabbing with the prostitutes. You're not really out there looking for a wife. So since you out there knowing you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, you can't invite folks to come with you. Mr. Marquis says, notice all the guys commenting below in the chat who have been to Colombia or in Colombia have nothing bad to say. It's only the ones who haven't been. Hey, I don't have nothing bad or nothing good to say about the country of Colombia. I never been there. I'm just showing you the experience of these so-called passport bros are having in the country of Colombia. Let's get back to the story.
And yeah, I went to their apartment. Everything was fine. We were listening to music. We were talking. I didn't expect anything bad, but at some point they offered me a drink, which was like a soft drink, a pink soft drink, very sweet. I was drinking a few sips, and then after 10 or 15 minutes I lost the control over my body, and from this moment on I have like a blackout. I woke up in the morning.
Stop the show. You guys are still falling for the old devil's breath. You still falling for the old scopamine drink. They give you a cup. You want to drink some of this, and you drink it, and next thing you know, 10, 15 minutes, you feel a little woozy, you feel a little funny, and then you pass out. You go to sleep, you lose consciousness. You guys are still falling for the old okie doke. You still getting freaked with the okie doke. We put scopamine in his drink. Here you go, drink this. I'm starting to feel a little funny. My head is spinning. Get my cell phone. And you pass out right there. You still falling for that same trick. Come on.
Without my phone, without my bank card, and then I somehow made it back to my hostel. I think without my phone, without my bank card.
Stop. So imagine you getting robbed after you then wake up. Thank God that God allowed him to be woken up. Thank God that these women weren't down with the Colombian cartel and got him torn out the frame. But he woke up in a country with no cell phone, no bank card. You can't speak the language. Tell us more.
And then I somehow made it back to my hostel. I think I met a guy who paid a taxi for me because he said, dude, you got robbed and drugged. And then back at my hostel, I checked my emails on my laptop, and I saw that they basically stole everything from me. Since they had the access of my Face ID through my phone, they were able to see all my login data of my internet accounts, so my bank account and also my saving accounts. I'm a member of some crypto exchanges. These were my savings, and they stole everything. I can show you the emails, I'm not lying. So what you see here is that they first changed the password of my Apple ID, then deactivated the tracking function of my phone, and then also the connected bank to my PayPal account. They started to send money over to their PayPal accounts, and then they went through my crypto exchanges like Binance, Bitpanda and Coinbase, and they sent over all the different kinds of cryptocurrencies I had. At Bitpanda they also sold my cryptocurrencies and sent all the money to their own crypto wallets.
Stop the show. This is nasty work. They did that boy dirty. Cleaned out the banking account. Cleaned out the saving account. Then got into the crypto crypto accounts, got into the Binance account, liquidated all the crypto on the Binance account, then sent all the I guess the USD to a different wallet. Went to your Coinbase account, do the same. Go to another crypto exchange account and clear everything. Then take your phone, change your password, turn the tracker. That's dirty. So now you in a third world country. No phone, no wallet, and all your hard-earned money, your wealth, all your assets is gone. Oof, oof. And you want the Grandmaster Troll to be a passport, bro, so I can end up like this dude right here? That is dirty right there.
And the damage in total is about 15,000.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This back up. Show me that number again. Show me that number. That's right. You get hit for $15,000. We got to talk about $15,000. This is supposed to be a Mr. Clean right here. This is supposed to be a PhD right here. This is somebody who's got a doctorate degree right here. It's supposed to be a grown man. It's supposed to be a white man from a European country. His whole net worth is only $15,000. And instead of him being in Europe, putting his degree to work with him, he stopped doing all of that so he could travel the world and chase some pussy with only $15,000 in his pocket. Now, I don't know about you. I had many Negroes in this space tell me $15,000 is chump change. $15,000 ain't a lot of money. This is how this is what your boy was robbed. Mr. Clean of $15,000. Mr. Marquis says same thing happened to Rod Wave in Tampa. Well, after I do the stream, I'm gonna look up the Rod Wave story. But your boy got hit up for he got hit up for everything.
€1,000, all my savings I had, and then at the end they also completely changed the connected telephone number of my Apple ID. So I already contacted the Apple support service, but since they changed the telephone number of my Apple ID, I'm not able to gain back the access of my Apple ID, which means it's forever gone. They stole everything. I calculated it today. It is around $15,000, so basically all the money I have and my savings, and they stole my phone, and now I'm in the situation where I don't have a phone, no access to a bank account, no money, and I'm stuck here in Medellin, Colombia on Christmas Day. So yeah, the past 3 days I was really depressed, to be honest, but
imagine being in a third world country. You done got robbed clean. They took everything. They cleaned out your banking account, took your wallets and IDs. You can't access your phone, your old phone records. You ain't got no money, and you in a different country on Christmas Day. What do you do?
tried to ask myself what life wants to tell me with it. Because as you might have noticed, I had a beautiful time in the past 3 months. I went through Central America and I had maybe the best time of my life. I met so great people around the world and saw these beautiful locations and places. And I really came here because I was trusting in people. I had very good experiences and I didn't really expect that something like that would happen to me. I don't think that these girls who drugged me and robbed me are like intrinsically bad persons, but maybe these harsh living conditions.
Stop the show. He think the women that drugged and robbed him aren't intrinsically bad people, but maybe these harsh living conditions have what?
Made them, to become criminals.
He couldn't even hold the women accountable for robbing him of everything. He blamed it on the harsh living conditions of Medellin, Colombia. See, this is why I'm not going to Medellin, Colombia, because the living conditions are so harsh that these women could give you a drink with scopolamine till you pass out and take not only the wallet and the bank cards from your wallet, not only your ID and password, not only your cell phone, they will then clear out the money from your checkings account and then take your money from your savings account and then liquidate the cryptocurrency and send it to a different wallet. That's how cold the game is. And this dude right here, he showed better than me, because I would be looking to take somebody's life behind this right here.
But still, I think it's not the right way, even though you're in a bad situation, to harm others just to better your situation. So I'm still disappointed, but now I'm in this situation. It's really shitty. I don't know what to say. It's a shitty situation, and the past 3 days have been really hard for me, because I was at the point where I thought about to stop my YouTube project, to stop my videos and go back to Germany, clear all things with my bank, with my lost money, with my lost phone. But somehow I thought about it, and the thing is, if I now would go back to Germany, I would be in a really bad mindset. It's winter time, I lost a lot of money, I don't have a job right now, so I think with this bad mindset and under these bad conditions, it would be probably wrong to stop everything here now. So what I try to do is to explain to you guys what happened, and it is Christmas time.
you know it's coming. You Negroes know it's coming. He don't want us on the YouTube channel. He want to keep giving y'all this great content. He don't want to go back to Germany. It's real cold in Germany. He ain't got no job in Germany because he wanted to chase coochie in South America. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Go ahead, tell us more.
A PayPal donation campaign and Buy Me a Coffee website where you could donate me a little bit of money, maybe $1 or $2 would be enough.
Stop the show. No. No, this nigga did. No, this nigga did not quit his job after he got his PhD. Instead of taking his ass to work and being a scientist, he quit his job so he could chase pussy in South America. He gets hit with the old scopamine trick. They rob him of everything, and he gonna ask us for some money to bail him out? No, you gotta go ask the passport. You gotta ask the passport bros first. See, why don't the passport bros have a fund in which when a passport bro gets hit with the scopamine, gets robbed, gets unalive, torn out their frame, and their families are on Channel 7 News crying, or they're in there looking at a cell phone with the sad puppy eyes explaining to us how they got robbed. Why don't the passport bros have a running fund in which all the passport bros are putting money into, so if they do become victims of these heinous acts, passport bros is there to protect passport bros? That's the question I want to ask. Why don't passport bros look out for passport bros? Why isn't there a passport when you're in need fund? A passport when you get hit with the devil's breath fund? A passport when you get kidnapped by the Colombian cartel fund? Passport when you're getting extorted by the Colombian cartel fund, where everybody puts money in, $10 here, $20 there. And then when something happens to a passport bro, they send that passport bro $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Well, let me tell you why. A lot of passport bros, they're broke. And by broke, I mean they have a little bit of money to, buy a plane ticket, live out there, beg for their audience from donations to, keep their bullshit YouTube channel alive. But when it comes to, having some real money to make an impact on a growing community, they would rather save what little money they have to buy $40 prostitutes instead of funding and building a legitimate movement. This is why the Grandmaster Troll, I will never be a passport bro, because you can't sit and watch if somebody's putting scopamine in your drinks. When you go into a woman's apartment thinking you about to clap some cheeks, and then the Colombian cartel come running out the bathroom, they come running out the closet with guns drawn, machetes, talking about, we need your wallet, we need your cell phone, we need your clothes, take your clothes off, they strip you down naked. Passport bros are nowhere to be found, and especially when you need them the most. But I know what people gonna tell me. They gonna tell me, GMT, he's not a passport bro. He's not black. He don't have the complexion for the protection. Everybody you show, GMT, they're not black. You're not making any sense, because the people you're showing, they're not black, even though they're from America and they have passports and they're traveling just like us and they're doing the same activities as us. They're not black, GMT. What are you doing? You don't know what you're talking about. They're not black. Okay. You gonna tell me they're not black? Okay, hold on. Stop the show. Stop the show. What do we got here? What do we got here? Is that the one I want to show? I think this is the one I want to show right here. Let me go ahead and show this one right here. Because we got to show some skin folk. We got to show skin folk getting robbed. We got to show skin folk getting scoped. We got to show skin folk getting torn out the frame for these passport bros to take heed into what we are saying. So without further ado, and this comes away by O'Shea Duke Jackson. Salute to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm not sure if he's a passport bro. I'm not sure where he is now.
About what happened to him in the situation.
Towards the end of the last day, probably 2 days before I had to leave, I kind of got a little lonely, so I was
stop. Wait a minute, black man. Wait a minute, black man. You got a little lonely? You got a little lonely? You got a little horny, it sounds like? You got needs? You need some female attention? Is that what you need, black man? Is this where we're going? I know you're not about to chase some coochie because you feeling lonely.
Well, let me try that. Go on Tinder. Don't use Tinder, but let's
stop. Wait a minute. Didn't the dude who got torn out the frame, didn't he go on Tinder? So now this black man is gonna go on Tinder and put himself in a compromising situation. Is this what you gonna do, black man? Is this what you gonna do, black man?
Let me try to go on Tinder, find me a little nice chick, and before I leave, in the night with that, went on Tinder, found one. She wanted to meet up. We met at it's called La Commercial Plaza. It's like 30 minutes away from the Chippy Choppy Mall in the La Flora district. She stayed like 10 minutes away from there. Ended up waiting for her. She ended up coming. We used Google Translate, of course.
Wait a minute. You in Colombia and you don't know how to speak the language, so you literally gotta use Google Translator on your phone to communicate with this woman because you don't know how to speak Spanish and she don't know how to speak English. Is this what you doing? I know you're not about to go out like this, Mr. Black Man.
We went to a bar. I don't remember the name, in the mall, in the Plaza Mall, right? So we're sitting down. We're using Google Translate. She's just telling me a little bit about her. She's complimenting me, of course.
She's complimenting you. I know. You're about 28 years old, maybe 32 years old. You're premature bald and you're about to hit the wall, and she's complimenting you. She's flirting with you, and your dick's getting hard. I know your dick's getting hard, and you think you really got a chance to score with this woman. I get it. I just know if I was 28 years old and I was suffering from premature balding, and I don't look like one of them suave type niggas, when the girls start complimenting on you and how you look, your antenna should go up. But when you're lonely and horny and you start thinking with the wrong head,
eyes, and you're a genuine guy, nice and everything, yada yada yada. Have a few drinks.
We rely on the internet a lot, and we need.
So we have a few drinks, okay.
Jumpstart your career in
drinks. Have a little bit more, few drinks. We get up, and she ends up taking me to another bar, and this is where it happened. We get to another bar, and when we sit down, and she orders El Jimador, I think that's what it's called. It's a white liquor. start drinking, and at some point she told me to kiss her, and I think it was at that point when I did, she may have slipped something in my drink, or she could have had the bartender do it.
Stop the show. The game, the game is gold. They will these women will take you from one location, take you to the other location, the secret bar, order a couple of drinks, start flirting with you, start rubbing your leg, they take off their high heels and they start rubbing their feet on your leg. Your dick get a little hard. She talking a little nasty, and then she'll lean in for the kiss. And when you not looking at your drink, she is either putting the scopolamine in your drink or the bartender. You mean the whole city? The whole city is after you niggas? The city, the bartender, the waiter, the cook, somebody other than her is putting scopolamine in these Negroes' drinks. And you over there tongue kissing her down, trying to feel that ass, trying to touch on them breasts, trying to put your tongue all down your throat, and you don't even know they done put the devil's breath scopolamine in your drink. Let's go ahead and run that back and listen to that one more time.
Told me to kiss her, and I think it was at that point when I did, she may have slipped something in my drink, or she could have had the bartender do it. I know they usually do that too. But at some point, that's when it happened. So when I took my second shot, I just didn't feel, I felt funny. She then asked, I asked her, actually, I was like, hey, would you like to go back to my Airbnb? Obviously, you know what was on my mind.
yeah, he want to go back to the Airbnb. Even though he feeling a little funny, he want to go back to the Airbnb. He want to see if he could clack them chicks. He want to see if he could close the deal. Of course, he want to go back to the hotel room.
And and she was pretty Latina, Afro Latina. She was like, yeah, show me where you live. I showed her where I live and everything, and I got up, and that's when I kind of didn't feel right. But I just chalked that up IP to me being drunk.
That scopolamine was starting to kick in. He said, I know how to drink that much. I only had a shot. Why do I feel like this?
Got up a little wobbly, she's helping me a little bit. I get in the car, which I thought was an Uber, but from what my friends were telling me, it probably wasn't an Uber. It was probably just somebody she knew.
Stop the show. You see, black man? You see, black man? Now you get into people's cars that you thinking it's Uber, you thinking it's Lyft, and the whole time you get in the car that's being driven by somebody from the Colombian cartel, the most savage of the savage. You done had a good whiff of that devil's breath. That scopolamine is kicking in, all because you thinking with the little head instead of the big head. You see the situations you Negroes is putting yourselves in? Go ahead, tell us more.
And, got in the back of the car, and IP, when I got in the back of the car, at that point, I don't know what happened. I don't know when I fell asleep. I just did. And when I woke up, I was outside my Airbnb on the ground. Stop
the show. Stop the show. You mean you fell asleep in the car, and when you woke up, Your mama wasn't there. Your sister wasn't there. Colombian police wasn't there. Joe Biden wasn't there. Austin Hollerman wasn't there. The passport bros wasn't there. You woke up on the ground. As one of my favorite rappers, Sauce Money, told me, the only nigga that will have your back is the fucking floor when you hit it. So they left this nigga. Thank God they left this Negro on the floor. Let's back it up one more time.
You know, and got in the back of the car and I peed. When I got in the back of the car, at that point, I don't know what happened. I don't know when I fell asleep. I just did. And when I woke up, I was outside my Airbnb on the ground, on the concrete outside my Airbnb, my phone and my wallet gone, which I just got a new phone yesterday. And on Monday, I'm working on getting all my credit cards back. But she has maxed my credit cards, which I've taken care of that also.
I want to give a shout out to the international passport.
She done maxed out your credit card, took your money, took your cell phone, took your ID and passport. So if you do gotta fly back, now you gotta go through a whole nother process just to get back home. All because you wanted to chase some Colombian pussy. This is how these Negroes is going out. This is how these Negroes is going out. Now, I know, I seen some of the comments in the chat. They tell us it only happens to goofies. It only happened to goofy niggas. It don't happen to street dudes. It don't happen to somebody with some street sense about, somebody with some swag. GMG just sit back. I say they get anybody anywhere. On this next one, we're gonna focus in on old boy. We're gonna focus in old boy. Your boy Hanif Sadiq, he got robbed twice. That's right, he got robbed twice, and he's very lucky they didn't tear him out the frame. But he's supposed to be from East Oakland. He's supposed to be a rapper from East Oakland, but he went to Medellin, Colombia. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and listen to this bullshit right here. Your boy from East Oakland. Your boy is from where GMT. He from the streets, the mean streets of East Oakland. See, when you from East Oakland, you supposed to know how the game work. You know there's savages, there's wolves, there's lions, there's hyenas, there's sheep out here. You know how relentless the streets are. So you conduct yourself accordingly. But let's listen to your boy's story real quick. Let me see if I can play this video, this first video. Then we gotta play the second video.
I live in East Oakland and I ain't got no enemies.
It says robbed on my first night in Colombia. His first night, that's right. As soon as he touched down that first night, he was getting robbed. Let's see how he got robbed. But I want you to listen to the music so you can hear how street this dude is. We got Big Chico says East Oakland hold this L. That's right. Today East Oakland had to hold an L.
I live in East Oakland and I ain't got no enemies.
Acá lleva 3 días en Colombia. Primer día le robaron el celular.
Primer día.
Primer día.
No fono.
Primer día no tenía.
Que son artistas de Estados Unidos. Yo tengo la historia para ti. Me han muerto las chicas, me llaman. my first day.
Okay, this is the part we want to play it from right here. We done got all the intros out the way. What the hell happened to my East Oakland brother right here?
Me and mi amigo Andres, we went to Poblado, and Poblado is where all the parties are at. So I didn't actually get robbed in Poblado. I got robbed in another place that I'm about to show you right now. And yeah, I didn't get robbed like at gunpoint though. Like it was some chicks, they was walking and they came up to me and one put their arm around me, and I kind of was like bagging up because I heard that they be, you know, pickpocketing people out here sometimes. And that's exactly what happened to me. I got pickpocketed my first day, and they got my phone. So, you know, they took top shot to our phone first day, robbed by woman, understand me. But, you know, everything is all right, you know. Gracias a Dios. You know, my Latin people would say it like that. But it's crazy because I know where my phone is at.
Stop the show. No, I know my East Oakland brother did not get pickpocketed by some females. No. See, this is what happened in Medellin, Thailand, Brazil. They got professional pickpockets. He know about the pickpockets. He know when the females come at you and they start touching on you and they do all them flirtatious touches where they rub on your chest, put their arm around you, make you put their arm around them. They're pickpocketing you. One of these females hit him with the old, put your arm around me, let me touch you while I'm running my hands through your pockets, and they got him from his cell phone. And then we saw what happened to Dr. Traveler. Once these people get your cell phone, they could literally take your whole net worth from you. Now, I don't know about you. If I'm out in Medellin, Colombia, my first night, and I get robbed of one of my cell phones, and I still got my wallet and ID on me, at that point, I'm not staying in Medellin, Colombia. I'm getting a ticket, and I'm taking my ass back to East Oakland. Our boy, Hadith Sadiq didn't do that. This is what he decided to do.
Phone got something called Find Mine, and you could see the location. So all I did was went home, got my other phone. This phone don't take Colombian SIM cards, but I went home and got my other phone and tracked my phone down. First, I found it where we was the second time, and I'll show you that right now. And then when I woke up in the morning, my phone went to another place. So once I found out where my phone was and it was stationary, called the police, there was no help. The first day I called the police too though. The first day I called the police, there wasn't really no help. They said they couldn't help me. It was some people on the street trying to help me. But then the second day, I know for sure my phone was in this pueblo. Pueblo is like a village. But I couldn't get into Pueblo because it was a security guard and he didn't want to let me and Andres in.
Stop the show. Stop the show. Now, I understand. See, this problem with y'all passport bros is you think all these countries operate like America. You think if somebody steal your cell phone, you could do the Find My Phone app and you can see your location. You think you could dial 911 and the police will show up and you show them that your phone has been stolen and it's in this area right here. So that now gives police probable cause to knock on the door and search for your phone and see if they can retrieve your phone. It don't work like that in Colombia. The police don't help you. That's right. When you get robbed and somebody got your phone, somebody got your wallet, and you know exactly where it's at, the police don't help you. But then you go out anyway. You think you from East Oakland. You about that life. You show up to the projects. When I say projects, I'm talking about the slum of slums, where the Colombian cartels live at. And you Negroes really believe you could go to the front gate, knock on somebody's door, talking about, hey, my phone says my phone was stolen. It's in here. Can you give me my phone back? I don't know about y'all, but it don't work like that in Colombia. You can't show up to the Colombian cartel talking about, I want my bike back. No, we it's both of ours, but you know, we could keep it at mile. See, that don't work in Colombia. I don't know why y'all Negroes bring your American mindset over to Colombia. It don't work like that. This is why I keep my black ass in America. Because I know if my phone gets stolen, it's in one of these little villages over here, I know I'm not getting back. I know, I can see it. So it's within walking distance, and he think he gonna get his cell phone back.
So my phone is right now sitting in the pueblo in somebody's house, chilling, waiting on me. Find mine right here. Will show you right now where my phone is. So la policía en Colombia es bien, pero no ayudarme.
The police is good, but they didn't help you. Sounds like to me the police ain't good. If the police is not helping victims of theft, victims of pickpocketing, then the police ain't really doing their job.
Serio. So when you come to Colombia, make sure you know you're not letting people just brush up on you or bump into you. Keep your valuables inside your house and you will be all right. Colombia is beautiful. I wouldn't be scared to come out here. You just got to be on your P's and Q's. I can honestly say that night we was a little lit. You know, we were when you lit, you ain't really tripping. You just enjoying the time.
You got niggas laid out. Look at this. You got niggas laid out on the street. Let me see if I can back it up.
That night we was a little lit. You know,
we was a little lit, and there's a nigga laid out on the street. He probably getting robbed. They running through his pockets. He probably got hit with the scopamine. He drunk, whatever it is. He laid out in the middle of the street.
You know, when you lit, you ain't really tripping. You just enjoying the time.
Your boy is laid out in the middle of the street with people standing over him, not helping him, just standing over him. I wonder why they're standing over him. I bet you he's getting robbed.
And I feel like I was just trying to enjoy my time and something crazy happened. It could happen anywhere, but you know, yo aprende or yo aprendar. Somebody correct me out there, but I'm just trying to say I'm learning. So hopefully y'all learn something. Don't let nobody brush up on you in that agine.
So that was lesson number 1. Don't let nobody brush up on you. The first guy right here, after he got robbed on his first night, now we got how I escaped death. How I was almost taken and kidnapped in the mountains, in the Colombian mountains. Let's go ahead and listen to this story real quick. We got to sit and listen to this story because I'm trying to figure out, for the life of me, what I'm trying to figure out is how dude from East Oakland on his first night gets robbed. Tracks his phone down, sees that the police won't help him, He's down one phone. Why didn't he just buy a plane ticket, come back home? Medellin, Colombia ain't what it's cracked out what it's supposed to be. Everybody's showing this is a great tourist spot. This is this and that. You got women out here pickpocketing you. Then when you call the police to get your stuff back, they won't help you. But that tells you if you go out in the streets and you come face to face with the Colombian cartel and you call the police, if they didn't help you with your cell phone, what make you think they're going to help you with the Colombian cartel? But let's let this East Oakland brother right here tell the story. He should have took his butt home, but he didn't.
You gotta be careful on who you trust. You gotta be careful on who you give your information to. You gotta be careful on people who don't really have the best interest for you. And you know, I was around some people who basically, you know, they was takers. And I'm in this country and I respect this country, so yeah, I'm gonna pay to see the country. You know what I'm saying? I'm respecting the place. So I had a tour guide damn near, and I'm buying him food, I'm paying for his gas, I'm giving him money to spend. I don't know what he's spending it on. I'm not even asking. I'm just trying to learn about this country, and I'm depending on him to keep me safe.
Stop the show. You depending on your tour guide to keep you safe? You haven't seen videos of the tour guides being down with the cartel, the tour guides leading the people who they supposed to be giving tours to. They leading them straight to the cartel to get robbed. And you depending on the tour guide to protect you? That's mistake number one. Never depend on anybody else. The police, the tour guide, your mama, your sister, your best friend, your woman. Don't depend on anybody else to protect you. The only person that can protect you is yourself. And if he feel like it, God. Those are the only two people, only two entities I know that could protect you. Yourself, and if he feel like it, God. But he has to feel like protect you. Because sometimes God, I'm showing you all these videos, God didn't protect these individuals from being robbed. He didn't protect these individuals from being torn out the frame. So sometimes even God don't feel like protecting you. But those are the only two people that can protect you. So now you out here in the third world country thinking your tour guide is gonna protect you.
Took me up to some mountains and to see the fireworks, and you know, I had my camera like $3,000. I had my GoPro, I had my other iPhone that I just bought.
Stop the show. You walking around Colombia with a $3,000 camera. So I'm assuming if your camera's $3,000, you got one of them Sony A7S3s, one of them Sony A7 IVs, Sony A7 V, Sony A9. You got one of them high-end cameras. You gonna wear that camera around your neck to take pictures? You gotta be smart. You gotta leave your expensive camera gear at home in these third world countries. Just bring your iPhone and maybe a GoPro. Sure, I'll give you the GoPro. but leave your expensive $3,000 camera at home because you are walking around and where it's a whole different kind of poverty. See, you think poverty in America is bad. Go to these third world countries and you see what poverty really look like, and you gonna walk around with a $3,000 camera? That's pretty insane to me that he would actually do that.
That's everything. You know what I'm saying? And I love him. I love Andres. And it hurt my heart because I went to his mom's shop and shit, I let her do my nails. She told me 15 mil. I gave her 40. I told her muchas gracias. Showing respect.
Stop the show. Stop. Just you see. Now you out here. You done tipping folks. You giving people all this money. And the reason you giving them all this money, one, you want to show respect. I get that. But you know this is a poverty-stricken area. So you think you could buy some protection. Yeah, that's right. You trying to play American politics in a whole different country. See, in America, you tip folks, they appreciate you. Since you do something nice for them, they gonna do something nice for you. But in these third world countries, oh, this dude tipping, he got bread like that. Well, if he got bread like that, what else does this guy got? Because we out here, we sleeping on stones. Our houses is made of clay. It's a different kind of struggle out here in Colombia, and your boy is setting himself up to get lined up.
I feel like I spent respect throughout this whole time, and I feel like my friend took me to the mountains to either hold me for ransom, I don't know, do something, because it just didn't seem right. First thing that the owner of the Airbnb asked me, were you on drugs, or were you intoxicated, or did you? I'm like, man, if anybody know me, they know that I'm on point. I don't know motherfucking drugs. I'm not intoxicated. I'm not doing none of that shit. And that's the first thing he questioned me about why I did what I did.
Yeah. We try to figure out why you out in Colombia in the mountains with a tour guide getting lined up by the cartel. We trying to figure out, are you on drugs? Because a smart person would be out there with family. He'd be in the tourist spots. You know, he's not going away from the tourist spots, because once you go away from the tourist spots, there's a lot less protection out there, as he's about to find out as he tells us this story.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to doing what I did. I'm walking. We go first. This how the story goes. Andres get on my bike, cause I had a bike, and then he was like, "Ride with me, and we gonna ride to the mountains to go see the fireworks." I asked him, "Which camera should I bring?" He picked the most expensive camera. All right. I brought my GoPro, got my iPhone, got my vest and everything. We get up there, I meet some morenos like me, you know, black folks, and I get to talking to them, and I'm telling bro like, hey, you know, I'm gonna give you the camera, cause I got another one, cause he like all my cameras and shit. I had an extra GoPro, I was gonna give it to him. I was just happy seeing somebody that looked like me, and then his sister spoke English. But after that, you know, we walked up all the way to the top of this mountain, and it was hella Colombians. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters. You know, people like, just say if you from East Oakland, it's gonna be like that. And if you from East Oakland, you know that you safe.
Wait a minute. I'm from East Oakland. I try to stay as far as hell away from where the gangsters is at. You will not find me on International Boulevard, East 14th. You won't find me at a liquor store on International Boulevard in East Oakland because I know it's not safe out there. People try to pretend, shit is sweet, everything is all good in the hood. But the minute somebody get their feelings hurt, or the minute somebody has a mental breakdown, next thing you know, people was pulling hammers from the waist and they shooting and somebody getting deleted. And they get put on Channel 7 News here up in East Oakland. So I stay far. Only time I go to Oakland is to ref a basketball game, and I do everything in my power to make sure I don't have to ref a basketball game in Oakland. I remember a couple of days ago, I was in East Oakland. Now, if y'all know East Oakland, I was in the Brookfield area of East Oakland off 98. Hard neighborhood. When I went there, I had to make sure my gas was already filled up, because I'm not stopping at no gas station in East Oakland. I'm not going to no liquor store to buy no candy, to buy no soda or sports drinks before or after my gas. I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to the school. I'm parking my car in the school parking lot. I'm not parking my car in the neighborhood and trying to walk on the campus. No, I'm parking my car on the school parking lot. I'm walking straight to the gym. I ref the game. Soon as the game is over, I walk to my car. I check my surroundings. I unlock my door, start the car, and I drive home. And if I do got to get gas, or if I want to get some snacks and groceries, I make sure I'm out of the city of Oakland, because I know shit ain't sweet in Oakland. Downtown San Francisco, East Oakland, West Oakland is a no-fly zone. I had a game up at Castlemont. Make sure I had my gas tank filled up. Make sure I had my snacks. Drove to Castlemont, MacArthur in the 80s, real rough neighborhood. It was just a shooting across the street from Castlemont. So much so that the person I was referencing with, when he saw the crew, the people who let us in the locker rooms, he said, "Oh, you guys are okay. I'm glad to see you guys are okay," because it was a shooting across the street from the school. So I'm very mindful of my surroundings in Oakland. When I got business in Oakland, I'm in and I'm out. But these Negroes is around the gangsters and the Colombian gangsters in the mountains on foot. That's a position you don't want to put yourself in.
Up in Colombia, and these are Spanish people, and they're not used to seeing a person of color like me with valuable things on them. Like, I'm walking around with a $3,000 camera. I gotta be smarter. But I put so much.
Yeah, I mean, why you walking around with a $3,000 camera in the land of poverty? And you not one of them. And you still trying to grasp the language. You can speak a little Spanish, but you still trying to grasp the language.
Trust in my friend Andres, mi hermano. That's not mi hermano no más. ¿Por qué? Because he left me. And it's crazy because it was three of us. It was Andres, Hermanito, and me and his girl. Hermanito had a girl, that's Andres' little brother. Embraced him, gave him a hug, everything. We all went together. We saw the fireworks. It was cool. I had some videos on the cameras they stole from me. But after the night started getting like closer down, everybody start leaving it. You got to think we on this big ass mountain that got stairs, so it's packed. We can't even get through. Armanito and this girl, they somewhere, and me and Andres to the side just looking around, and I'm just looking around because I'm like, damn, I'm in Colombia on the top of a mountain, and I'm in a barrio. I done been to the barrio before, but I ain't never been that high. It's so high to where like, bro, it's gonna take some time to get down to the regular city, bro. Like these people is, you know, they mafia, you know, and I respect it, and you know, I ain't got no problem, but I was just in the wrong territory at the wrong time. So I'm just telling people, like, just don't be in places you know you shouldn't be unless you prepared. And that's why I think a lot, because he prepared me to be physically fit to get away from these people. Because after the night went, we went up, took some pictures and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I took some pictures of everybody, his brothers, and I got to talking. Somehow Andres' friends was right there. And I remember meeting him at the, cause he worked on motos or whatever. And they all chilling, we chilling. I don't speak Spanish like them. Like I speak Spanish, but you gotta go despacio. You gotta go slow so I could hear you and I could see what word match up with the verb. But they talking hella fast and in slang and stuff.
Oh, they done hit you with the okie doke. I've been around Spanish speaking folks, you know. My Spanish is not very good. It was better when I was younger, but now I don't care to learn about Spanish. But when you're around people that speak Spanish, you know, you try to keep up. Spanish folks know he really can't speak the language. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed up our language and we're going to throw in a lot of slang to throw them off. And next thing you know, you trying to keep up. But at the end of the day, you can't. You end up confused. You trying to wonder what they talking about. And they about to run that game on you. And when them Colombian cartels, the mafia, as he said, get the running game on you, get the plotting on you, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
And they talking about me. I don't know exactly what they're saying, but they wasn't saying friendly things about me. You know what I'm saying? They all laughing in my face. And so I'm just chilling. I'm just being respectful. I'm in their country. I'm in their body. I don't want no problems. I came with Andres. I just came to see fireworks. These motherfuckers get to ask me, oh, you want to snort some coke or you want to do this? I'm like, bro, I just smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? And then he like, this what we all do basically. And he saying this in Spanish to me. He like, it's fit. You know, if you fucking with us, you got to fuck with this. And before, Andres, a couple days before, he asked me, do I snort coke? And I told that nigga, nunca. Yo amo mi alma. Mi respeto mi cuerpo. That's what I told him to his face. I'm out here standing on principles. You feel me? And it's like, how you can respect somebody like that? So long story short, Andres, he with his friends, right? I'm with them. We all walking. And I tell Andres, like, man, I'm ready to leave. You feel me? He taking hella long. They all, you know, he get to walking away, texting. I'm looking. His friends looking at me, trying to keep me occupied. But I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get up out of here, bro. I'm at the top of a mountain on a barrio, and we still gotta walk hella far to get back down to even the bike. And I just thought, I'm like, bro, I'm in Narco land. Like, I'm up here like where they got it going on, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. You in the land of the real killers. You in the land of the real killers. You in the land where they do documentaries on National Geographic, where the Colombia cartel take chainsaws, lay people down on their knees, holding them for ransom. And when they don't get that money, they take the chainsaw and they cut off their head and they put the videos on the internet. You out there with the level 100 savages where you call the police on them. The police don't even show up. You in the land where the cartels tell the police what to do. But you over there in Medellin, Colombia, trying to have a good time, trying to enjoy the sceneries, the mountains, and the women.
I'm seeing niggas who high as fuck off Chris, nigga, coke, nigga, everything. So I start walking, I'm walking past everybody. And then, you know, they all know each other, so this shit regular to them. It's not regular to me to be around a whole bunch of Colombians who are not really in the high class. You know what I'm saying? Niggas mugging me, niggas looking at my camera, niggas barking at me and shit. You know
They barking at that nigga. They barking at you, man. It's time to go. So they're waiting on Andres. Just walk your butt all the way home.
Man, niggas mugging me, niggas looking at my camera, niggas barking at me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this shit crazy. So I'm trying to get down. Andres told his little brother to leave with his girl. So I walk away. I said, bro, we not going with them? He said, nah, it's late. I'm gonna let them go home. Red flag. I'm like, damn, we all came together. Why we not leaving together? But he want me to stay with him and his friends. You feel me? Y'all putting that shit together? These niggas trying to kill me, bruh. I'm like, damn, I'm all the way up here. I got all this shit on me. Nigga, they just gonna take it and kill me. So I was like, bro, I started walking. I was like, man, I'm ready to go. I started walking. The niggas look like they wanted to do something to me right now, but, you know, despacio. Niggas like, man, we gonna take it slow with this nigga. We don't know what he capable of. I got my knife on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm ready to break a couple niggas down on my mama. So I get to walking. Then I get to like walking hella fast. Then niggas start doing a little whistle.
Oh yeah, it's go time. Whenever you see them Colombian cartels start the whistling, they get the barking. It's go time. You need to be sprinting full speed now. You need to be sprinting full speed now, cause them boys is coming with full force.
The niggas start doing little whistles. I was like, fuck, man. Heart started beating hella fast. I'm in Colombia, on the top of a mountain. All these niggas got probably straps on them. They all coke, nigga, Chris, nigga. They not finna remember what they want to do, what they did to me, or why they did what they did to me. Them niggas like, man, I want that camera. I want that phone. I want everything on that nigga, and then we gonna kill him. And I'm like, there's no way if they get me like surrounded or like barmbaited, that I'm gonna be able to get out. So I started walking like along the edge of the mountain. But let me tell you, all these people that was following me was sitting still at first. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just chilling. But as I'm walking, shit, niggas looking at me. I'm looking at them, I'm walking, then I'm looking back, I don't see Andres, then I see his friend talking about, hey, come back. I'm like, nah, I ain't coming back. So I kept walking. Then I came back a little bit, and I was like, where Andres? Nobody said nothing. One nigga came up, tried to touch me, broke him down, got up out of there. Other nigga tried to grab me, I got up out of there, and I jumped off the mountain. When I jumped off the mountain, my leg broke.
Stop. Whoa. Stop the show. You see, this is exactly why I'm not a passport bro. You know, I could stay here in America, you know, enjoy life, kick back, drink me a nice glass of lemonade, and y'all passport bros is on mountaintops, running from the Colombian cartel with a broken leg. Now, I don't know about you, passport bros. You want to be this guy right here? I'm sitting back, relax. Or do you think I want to be on top of a mountain, running from the Colombian cartel with a broken leg? Whoa. I mean, I'd rather deal with the women here. No, get scammed out of $100 because a girl couldn't afford to pay her water bill than to be in a third world country running from the Colombian cartel with a broken leg. But this is where we are at in this story.
My leg broke. I came back to the street part because I seen regular people that didn't look like they was like a gang member or nothing. But I'm asking people to help me because my leg broke. A nigga ride past me with his bitch and was laughing and said, "Stupido." Another lady walking with her kid, basically shaking her head like, "What?"
Stop. You see how savage? You see how savage the passport bros don't tell you what it's really like in these third world countries. Now your leg broke, you're limping, you're desperately asking people for help. They laughing at you. Then these is regular civilians. They laughing at you, calling you stupid. You knocking on somebody's car. Help, help, help. The Colombian cartel's after me. My leg broke. Help. They shake their head at you because even they know you're not supposed to be up here. You're supposed to be in your country, or at the very least be where the tourist is out. Where the tourist is at. But you want to come up to the mountain and chill with the wolves. And you done found out you use a sheep amongst the pack of wolves. And now you expect people to help you. And they not coming. This how cold. It's what the passport bros don't tell y'all.
That means death. You feel me? His friend come running after me now, and I'm running away from him on one leg, jumping. And then the nigga grabbed me. When he grabbed me, I fuck up off me, nigga, but I fell because my leg broke. So I clipped my leg back into place so I could kind of like at least lean a little bit of weight on it, but use all the weight on my left leg. And I got the running again, and then my shit snapped again. And I had to straighten my shit out again. So I was like, fuck, whatever I could do. And I seen the gate, and I knew these niggas couldn't hit this gate. I ran past one nigga. I hit the gate, bop. Went to the other one. That's why I got all these scratches. They had that little barbed wire. I jumped over the first barbed wire, but it was another one. Then I got through the other one. I just ripped it. That's why I got all this shit on me, you know, all this shit like this. And I'm up out of there. And I'm like, damn, what I do? I'm panicking. I start taking off my clothes. I took off my clothes. I threw something this way. I threw something that way. I threw something that way. And I ran in a direction to where I didn't throw none of my clothes at. And then I threw another pair. And then I took off my shoes, threw that shit. The last thing I had was my camera. And I was like, fuck, these niggas want this. They gonna stop and look at this shit. And I said on my camera, but they trying to kill me. That's what I said. And then I threw that motherfucker. And then I ran. And then somehow, bro, I got to this orchard, and it was like a ditch, and it was like, damn, they got all this shit like a booby trap. You feel me? I don't know if it's for animals or people, but it's a booby trap, and it's barbed wire everywhere. So I gotta go through all the barbed wire. I'm climbing up a fucking building. My leg is broke. I'm on top of a fucking roof, and I get to this house. It doesn't look like nobody in there. I'll show y'all a picture of that. And I go in the house. And I go get a knife because I see like, damn, there's shit in here. And then I was like, damn, is anybody in here? And when I looked in the room, it was somebody asleep. So I turned around hella fast. I was scared that my leg snapped again. Bah! And I fell down there. And then he was like, hey. I got up, ran outside. I used one leg and did a double jump. And then got on top of the roof and pulled myself up real quick. I don't know how I had all this strength by a lot, bro. But I did it. And I pulled myself up, and I had my hair, and it was hanging. And then I seen a dude coming, and he had a machete. He was like, hey, anybody, like basically anybody here? He was like, oi, oi, oi. You know, Latins, you know, they Latin, so they gonna say something in Spanish. But I was like right over him. Just say if somebody like right over somebody, like I could see him, but he ain't looking up. My hair was hanging. And I was like, fuck, they gonna see me. So I was like, man. And I just started thinking in my mind. I'm like, you know what? I already know what to do. I'm like, this is my energy. This is how I'm going to save myself. I started cutting off my hair, and I started putting it in the pile. And I was putting it in the pile. And I let it pile up till all my hair was gone. And then I just basically said, God, make me invisible. God make me strong. God make me smart. God send me help. I need help. I'm on top of a fucking roof in Colombia in a barrio. I need help. Then I started throwing my hair in the direction that I was running down the hill in. So when the people came down there, see like, oh, his hair right here. So I started, and then I threw them off. And I felt like that was my protection because from then I spent the night there. It was like 3 stalls. I spent the night in the 2nd stall first, and then I got up and something told me to move to the third stall. But when I stopped, like I said, I just was listening to God, and God was like, just be still, I got you. Be still, I got you. I promise you, by Allah, I was like, be still, I got you. So I was still. Nigga, my mama, nigga. Start thinking about my sister. Start thinking about my granny, daddy, everybody. I'm like, fuck, nigga, I'm in Colombia, nigga, finna get, nigga.
Yeah, you in Colombia about to get torn out the frame. That's right, you in Colombia. You gotta cut off your hair with your knife. You gotta take off your clothes. You hiding in on a roof with the Colombia cartel on you because you believe in passport bros and traveling and seeing the world. Now, I don't know about you, but ever since I've been living in America for 34 years, I didn't have to hide in a roof, on the roof from the Colombian cartel worried about getting kidnapped. Well, let me take that back. There was a time when I was 4 or 5 years old, I almost got kidnapped up there in East Oakland. So I'm in front of my house riding the bike. You know, when you were a little kid, you ride the bike in front of the house up and down the street. Your parents say, don't turn the corner, just stay in front of the house and ride your bike. So I would ride my bike all the way to that corner, all the way to that corner, but I wasn't supposed to turn the corner. My dumb ass start turning the corner. So I'm riding my bike, turning the corner, getting closer to International Boulevard. Not using my head because when you 5 years old, you don't understand how dangerous International Boulevard is. So I turned the corner, getting closer to International Boulevard. One of them old school Fox body Mustangs roll up on me. I'm riding my bike. Fox body Mustang roll up on me as I'm starting to turn and come back. So I'm wondering, why is this Fox body Mustang rolling up on me so close? Some niggers jump out of the Fox body Mustang and start talking about if they gonna kidnap me or not. Now my father, he outside of the house washing cars, but he don't know his son done turned the corner and some dudes done hopped out of a Fox body Mustang talking about kidnapping. And it was by the grace of God, because two of the dudes wanted to kidnap me. The third dude said, that's not him, let's get out of here. And they got back in their Fox body Mustang and they drove off. I'm telling you, when they rolled up on me in that Fox body Mustang, my mouth dropped. I did not move. I didn't scream. I didn't say a word. If they would have kidnapped me, I would have been Channel 7 News. But by the grace of God, they didn't kidnap me. But that has nothing to do with being a passport bro. When you a passport bro, you put yourselves in a situation where the chances skyrocket. See, here in America, You got a 0.001% chance of getting kidnapped. You go to Colombia, that 0.001 turns into a 4% chance of getting kidnapped. I would rather stay in America and have a 0.001% chance than go to Colombia, buy some $40 prostitutes, and all of a sudden I got a 5% chance of getting kidnapped. Deion Davis says GMT almost. I was 4 years old, riding a bike, still with the training wheels on it. Almost got kidnapped. And then when I went to school out there in St. Louis Bertrand in East Oakland, we was outside the gate at the school just playing. There was a commotion going on, so all the kids run to the gate. I'm wondering why all these kids is running to the gate. So we looking at the gate. There's a mother walking her daughter holding her hand. There's a dude closing in behind. The dude pushes the mother to the ground, takes the kid, lifts the little girl up on his shoulders, and walked the other way. It's the first and only time I actually seen a kid get kidnapped. The kid got kidnapped. All the kids is looking. And then when the teacher said, hey, you guys got to go inside. We got to lock it down. We all went inside to the cafeteria. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Now that I'm a little bit older, I realized, damn, we done watched a little girl get kidnapped right there in broad daylight, a couple of feet from International Boulevard. This is why I don't go to International Boulevard. I seen gunshots on International Boulevard. I almost got kidnapped near International Boulevard. I seen the little girl get kidnapped on International Boulevard. Hell, at that McDonald's on 98th in International Boulevard. It's the first time I ever seen a black woman cuss out the McDonald's employee for getting their order wrong. It was the first time I ever seen it. Right there on International Boulevard. It was at that time I realized I got no business being on or near International Boulevard in East Oakland. But this is what your boy is going with. He up there crying, thinking about his mama. That's right. When these dudes is ever in a tough situation, their life is on the line. They think about their mama. They think about their grandma. They thinking about their sister. They always thinking about a woman first. That's right. See, the gynocracy got such a hold of these niggas that when they are put in life-death situations, they think about mama. You rarely hear these niggas talking about, well, I'm in a life-death situation. This is what my father told me to do. My father taught me to be strong. My father taught me to face my fears. My father taught me to fight back. When these niggas get in some trouble, who do these niggas? What do these niggas think about when they get in trouble?
So I was still. Nigga, my mama, nigga. Start thinking about my sister. Start thinking about my granny, daddy, everybody. I'm like, fuck, nigga, I'm in Colombia, nigga, finna get nigga. You feel me? So I'm like, shit. So I'm listening. I'm hearing people looking for me. They got dogs and shit. Niggas talking about where he go. ¿Dónde está, americano? I hear all that shit. I go to the other stall. Like probably like when the crows started going, and then the people who was in the house, they came out and started working. But all day, they never came to that third stall, so I started building a barricade because I had buried myself under a lot of things and then put a cover over the things and then put some wood over that. So all day I'm hearing these people come in and out, do their laundry and everything, and then Andres was talking to somebody who was basically like a neighbor of them and was asking about me. Like, hey, have you seen this dude? Some, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know if it was Andres, but the people around the body heard about American running away, you know what I'm saying, into the mountains. So, long story short, I'm there, ain't got no water, food, nothing. I'm out there for like 2 days, you feel me? So I'm like, man, I'm praying the whole time too. Like I got up, I did Fajr. I didn't get to do my rakats, but I sat there and said the Al-Fatiha, and I said, and the second prayer I did was, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Allahu Allah, Sama, Nami, Lewadami, Lawalami, Kola, Kukuana, Amin. And then I just waited. I was patient. Like God said, this your test. Like be patient. And I was patient. I didn't do nothing. And then I was getting up back and forth because my leg was broken. I needed to stretch it out and it was uncomfortable. So every time I felt like nobody was around, I'd get up, stretch a little bit, and I didn't really have no energy to get down this mountain. So I chilled. And for some reason, the people's house who I was like hiding behind, they never came to that third stall, so I kind of thought that they knew what was going on and they just didn't want to tell on me. And then the day passing, and then gracias a Dios, Roberto, Jason, that he came and took a piss in that third stall. He didn't even see me. I'm the one who moved and made him see me. But I was like, that's an old man, and I had seen him fixing the gate, you know what I'm saying, earlier. So I was like, man, he cool, he'll probably help me. And I was like, hey, por favor, no tengo mamá, no tengo papá, familia, niños, niñas, hermanas, por favor, necesito ayúdame, no habla nada, por favor, they looking for me. That man saved my life. I feel like he saved my life, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I didn't feel comfortable with the people that I was with, because no friend is going to leave another friend around friends who are basically not respectful or just like into shit. Like I never had my friend from overseas and bring him. Jerry came with me to the Dubs, bro. And wasn't nobody even thinking about touching Jerry. They welcomed him because Jerry with me. Only thing that's gonna happen.
American politics don't work in Colombia. Truth only says that's with some bomb weed he smoked to imagine that. So I guess now people in the chat are saying he's not being truthful. Maybe they think he's making this story up. I don't know. He showed the cuts from the barbed wire. He showed himself laid in the hospital bed. So we have to assume he's telling the truth.
Happened to Jerry because of me. So a motherfucker can't tell me, oh, this and that, because I've been in a position. That's why Andres, I'm like, bro, you really tried to do that to me? Like, you really tried to, like...
Yeah. He was trying to line you up. Him and 4 of his buddies. You had $4,000 worth of equipment on you. That's $1,000 lick. That's $1,000 lick for it. That's $1,000 price payout that they all get, and they all living in the slums of Colombia. You was worth it. He was willing to get you lined up with the Colombia cartel to get you robbed, and if you got took out, hell, you just get taken out. You probably wasn't his first attempt, and you most certainly won't be his last attempt.
And that's all I gotta say. I love Colombia. I love the people in Colombia. Colombia is a beautiful, beautiful, cultured place. It has many great aspects. It has amazing views. It has amazing weather. It has amazing service. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful out here. The people are gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? But I just got put in a situation that I should have been a little bit more smarter. My mama told me, be careful. I'm feeling that you are not safe, and I need to listen to my mama. I admit, it's like my mind be so...
Mama! That's right, you need to listen to your mama.
So stern and...
Because it's very obviously your father ain't teaching you nothing.
So stuck on, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to get through it no matter what. But that's not always the best way to go about it. Sometimes you got to sit and think about some shit. Be still. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not your friend. Everybody not happy. Everybody don't want to see you motherfucking win. Everybody don't want to see you do that. And I'm like, bruh, look at my hair. Like, for real. Look at my motherfucking hair. I still look smooth, but I'm like, you know, blessed. But I'm like, man. But everything happened for a reason, because I think that, you know, I had so much energy, so much good things that I've done in my existence while I'm here, and you know, all that's held in your tentacle. You know what I'm saying? We electric beings.
So he never told us. He never told us how he escaped from being on the roof, how he made it back home, if he made it back home, if he's still in Colombia. He didn't tell us how he made it to safety. I guess he's gonna wait in another video, but that's the problem with you Negroes. Problem with you Negroes is you let this dude gas y'all up. You let your boy right here gas y'all up to go into Colombia.
And go somewhere else. If a woman has told you that you need 6 figures or more to f with her, get your passport, go somewhere else. If you have ran into a woman and her pH has been off, and if this has happened more than 5 times, get your passport. Oh, her pH is off and she acts bougie. Yeah. Get your passport, go somewhere else. They can't act bougie with a smell like fish.
This is what your man's told you. This is what your man's told you. If they're single mothers, get your passport. If their pH balance is off, get your passport. If they're not giving up on the first date, get your passport. If they want you to pay for the first date, get your passport. If they tell you gotta make 6 figures, get your passport. They got all these reasons about getting your passport, but when these dudes get their passport and they get torn out the frame, get hit with the scope beam, or are running down mountains with a broken leg, hiding in people's roofs in a bathroom stall, the Austin Hollermans of the world are nowhere to be found. They won't bring these dudes on their channels for interviews. They don't have a victim fund for them. There's no help to victims, passport bros who are victims of women in third world countries. Dudes like O'Shea will do these small little videos, collect a YouTube check from it, but he ain't giving the victims no money. In fact, I bet you as he's making the videos, he laughing at you. you got hit with the scope of me. Ha ha, you got robbed. Ha ha, you still on Tinder messing with bottom shell women. Ha ha. But claim to be such an advocate for passport, bro. This is how sick the game is. So I don't know about you. GMT, I'm not getting the passport. I'm keeping my black ass here. For over the last 30 years, ain't nobody tried to kidnap me. Ain't nobody put nothing in my drink. I haven't had the Colombian cartel chase me down the mountain with a machete and I got a broken leg. That hasn't happened to your boy GMT. And as long as I keep my black ass in America, I can all but guarantee my own safety. Because when you go to these countries, you can't depend on the police, you can't depend on the tour guide, you can't depend on the woman who you're thinking you about to smash or want to smash. Nobody's gonna protect you from the Colombian Mexican cartel. Nobody's gonna protect you from the real gangsters on National Geographic. What they're gonna do is, once they find out that you're dead, your family is gonna be on Channel 7 News crying, trying to raise money for a GoFundMe to bring your remains back to America. That's right. They want to bring your body back to America after you got torn out the frame. But if you would have kept your black ass in America, your family wouldn't have to worry about bringing your dead black ass back to America. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Peace. I want to thank all the people that donated, hit the super chat. I don't think nobody hit the cash app. It's all good. I know your folks is already going through winter. You done bought your kids some Christmas gifts, and today I know some of y'all went to the mall. You know, you trying to return some of the stuff and get your money back because winter is here. But I still want to thank to all the people who did hit the super chat. So to the Mr. Marquises and the Truth Onlys, I thank you guys for supporting the show. Let me see if anybody hit the cash app. I don't think anybody hit the cash app. Yep, nobody hit the cash app. So we're going to shut this stream down early. What time is it? It's only 7 o'clock. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. Don't get your passport. It's too dangerous out there. Your life isn't worth dying over no foreign coochie. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Peace.